A singular one of my eyelashes probably has a bigger file size than this kit, but today we're going to be reviewing it and I'm actually quite excited. This kit actually looks like it's quite fun for gameplay, even though it technically doesn't come with new gameplay. I think it would be fun to implement. So firstly, it looks like we've got a brand new wallpaper. I actually really like how like the imprint on it is different on each one. It's not like, do you know what I mean? It's like not each slab is the same. They're different. There's a black swatch too, a white one. I think the wooden ones, like this color is probably more of a vibe, but they're all in basically neutral, like woody kind of swatches that you would expect. I quite like that actually. I think that would work well in creating like a shed space in terms of like the interior. We didn't get any new flooring, so the rest of it seems to just be objects. So first up, we've got this here. Looks like you can place clutter on top of it, and this is a step ladder shelf. This again is in like new. Oh, I like how we've got the paint swatch on that actually. That's really cute. I like how it seems like they've done a paint swatch for most of them. That's really good actually. I'm really impressed by that. I think it looks very pretty. Next up we have this paint rack. Can't place any clutter on top of it, so this is just another decoration. There we go. I think we have the painted swatches on this one too, so you can make it look quite messy, which I actually quite like, so that's really cool. You've then got Ready Set Goth Cart. That's a very interesting name. I heard that American people say Van Gogh like go, which is really cute. British people say Van Gogh. Did you know that Dutch people pronounce it as Van Gogh? I think Gogh is a very awkward way to pronounce his name. There's only one other situation where I may make that sound, which is not family friendly enough to explain on YouTube. Anyway, this is a little table. There we go. We can put one clutter object on it. So this is like just like an easel. Again, this is just a decorative thing. So it's just another decorative object. We've also got Pollock's storage locker. Kind of sounds like bollocks. So I feel like you're probably going to get use out of this locker even if you're not building an art shed. You'll probably make use out of this even in just like a generic office space, to be fair, if that's what you're building. So that's quite cool. We've also got this cabinet set here. Again, I feel like you could even use this outside of an art studio. This may as well be called like office kit too, like a hybrid, because it seems like you can do a bit of both, which I like. I could make like a verse joke, but I won't overdo it with the sex jokes, I'm sorry. Next up we have this called the rolling drying rack. So looks like you can place one thing on top, one thing on bottom. Again, with the top and bottom jokes, I'm sorry. We can't place anything else on here. My gosh, that's limiting. I don't think this is a desk. It's just a storage cabinet, so it has no function. Genuinely, I personally think they should have maybe just done a desk. I know you can't technically do art on a desk, but this pack does come with a brand new tablet, and you could use a tablet sitting down on a desk to do digital art. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they could have made it a desk and just given like some functionality, because all of this is basically decorations. That's a personal criticism. Next up, we've got this pedestal. So this is where you place object clutter, I believe. Oh gosh, you can put that big thing on there. You can put the books on there. You can put this on there. We'll go over the decorations more in a bit, but you can basically place any decoration on there. And we've also got this backdrop, which I guess you could just combine with it, because you know in The Sims 4 you can paint by reference. I'm pretty sure you'll probably be able to use all of this to like paint by reference in the game, if you know what I mean. So you could put like a plant on here and just paint it in game. So it's not new gameplay stuff, but you can use it in terms of like art, which I actually think is quite cool. We've also got this one, which is 3 different pedestals all in one. So you could easily put 3 different types of decorations down and paint them all in one if you wanted to. A little bit extra option there. And then we've got a woodworking table. We literally don't have any woodworking tables apart from the base game one, I believe. So this is an update to the base game woodworking table, and it's really cool that we've got a new one actually. If only we got like brand new woodworking objects, that would just be so ace, because I feel like woodworking is one of those things that you never bother doing because there's literally no point. So I really want them to just like do a woodwork, you know, like, okay, bit of a tangent, like when you get to a higher skill in woodworking, there should be the option to integrate it with the painting skill. Yeah, because I know you guys hate watch my videos, like please actually do this because it's a really good idea. You need to combine the woodworking and the painting skill. So you do the woodworking, which is based on the woodworking skill, but then you could like paint the actual stuff that you've made using the painting skill. Like that just would have been such a cool integration. And I kind of wish they did that as a base game update, seeming that The Sims 4 is now called The Sims Forever because we're not really getting a sequel to The Sims 4 anymore. I just feel like that would have been a really great idea for them to do that. I hope they do in the future, but still, I think it's nice that we got a new woodworking table in the game. We also have a brand new art easel. This one looks quite snazzy. It looks very different to the others. I like all the different swatches, plain wooden ones. In terms of other clutter, you guys have seen this plant that I've put on there before. So it's got a basic vase swatch if you want like a base. Oh, look. This one has petals falling down and it's cracked. It's like dead. Although again, another cracked. A lot of these swatches, like it's just white. I'm not too keen on vase swatches. We could have had more colorful ones, but still, this is the actual size. I think that'll be a nice plant to have in your builds. Next up, we've got this wall covering. Shall I size it up a bit bigger? Do you think there's going to be a hint for a future pack in one of these? I don't know what they're doing in these paintings. Like, is it some kind of Kama Sutra thing? I don't know. We've got this one, which is all just like fruits. That's the eco lifestyle vase there. I know I've been playing this game too long. Just pictures of some plants basically and like a half done plum bob. And then the next one, this is a little bit more sinister. Whoever's painting this stuff is definitely going through some things. Look at that poor freezer bunny there that's in the woods. This skull freezer bunny is a hint to the upcoming Grim Reaper like award event thing. I definitely think this specific one must be related to the upcoming Life and Death pack in some way. I'm sure there's a reference. And then we've got one more here. This is just a little bit more abstract-y. I think I just like the first one, to be honest. It's really pretty. Then next up, we've got this big bosom. Is bosom boobs? Is that what a bosom is? Or is a bosom your bum? If bosom does mean bum, we are seeing a little bit of bosom. If bosom means boobies, we're seeing a lot of those. So these are all the different swatches. This is a nice update. You know, like that base game statue, which is like the woman facing the side, but she's got no arms. Do you know what statue I'm on about? This is like a nicer version of that. I almost wish we got at least like one more. And then this is some other clutter size up. This is just like books in some different color swatches. And then this is some paint cans here. I think it's paint cans, just another decoration. And then we've got this. What is this? I will have to size this up. Oh, this is just like what do you call these palettes? Painting palettes. And then we've got these, which is just some more paint brushes that you could use to clutter your Sims desk, which is all right. Then we've got this for the floor, which is interesting. What does it mean? Is it just, oh, it's loads of different swatches of paint that you can pop on the floor. So you might want to place like multiple versions of this down. Maybe you'd want to like stack them on top of each other and just create like a mess of paint in the room. That's quite a cool decoration. We've also got this light. Is it a functional light? It is a functional light. Does it have a direction or is it just like round? I feel like, yeah, maybe the light's slightly towards like the directions it's facing in, but not massively. Because I'm thinking like, how would you want to do this? Like, I don't know anything about art. Like, would you do it, I don't know, like this? Then would you have the pedestal and the plant? Like, is this what we're doing? Or do you shift it around to change the way the shadows are? Well, the Sims 4 doesn't really have shadows. I don't know. But okay, we got a brand new light. I feel like it maybe would have been better if it just had like one lamp on it. Like the direction, I feel like when you're doing art, maybe the direction is important, but this feels very radial. It doesn't feel significant enough, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm not complaining that much. We've then got this fruit thing, which is obviously something that you would want to paint if you are painting, which is quite cool. And then we've got a brand new sink, which honestly, I don't think I'd be using in the build because I feel like Sims will just be washing their dishes in there and it'll just get in the way and be a bit annoying. Now, we did get a pre-styled room with this one. So let's take a look at how they've pre-styled it. It's very cluttered. So we've got the easel here, and then you could do like a paint by reference. I guess you'd have to place the easel like directly in front of it, wouldn't you? I don't know exactly how paint by reference works, you know, like what angle you've got to stand. We've got to test it out. So I think it's a pretty enough pre-made room, like it shows off how it is. To be fair, I actually think this pre-made room is quite good. I genuinely think this pre-made room is fine. Like what I personally would do, okay, usually EA's pre-made rooms are absolutely diabolical, but like this one genuinely is fine. Okay, if you just make like a roof like this, let's make this base game only. You could do this roof swatch here, like the black straw one, like a darkish brown, like this one put around the side, and then you could use a fence like this. Okay, it's not very pretty on the tall wall height, is it? Maybe on the shorter wall height. We could use this fence, for example, okay? Add a couple more windows to the front, just like this maybe. Move a couple of things around, and this pre-made room just turns into like a shed. That's actually really cool. Like the pre-made room, normally I bash EA's pre-made rooms. I actually didn't do too bad here, so well done. I actually recommend just putting this pre-made room in your Sims garden as like a shed if you want to play with this. So that's really, really cool. Do I like this kit? Absolutely. It definitely has some flaws. For example, I would have liked a desk. I would have liked another statue, maybe, for a bit of variation. EA's quite stingy with their kits. I feel like we could have got a little bit more in terms of like a gameplay functionality kind of object, you know, just like a desk with a chair with paint on it, because it doesn't come with a chair. I feel like a chair would have been good. Also a base game update so you could paint things that you do woodworking with, so it all kind of meshes together properly. But in general, do I recommend this kit? I actually do, especially because, like, as I said, you can use some of this stuff in like an office that you're building. So I feel like it will have some use, even like this desk, you know, like I feel like it will have some use outside of an art studio. You could use it in just like a general shed. So I genuinely don't think it's that bad, actually. I think I might use it sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes based on what it is. So well done. I haven't really liked the last like 3 or 4 kits, but this one is actually a vibe and I do really like the wallpaper. So when I upload my video of the other kit that's coming out at the exact same time, I will pop that here too. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching my review. I'm so surprised even myself I enjoyed this one. I will see you in the next video.